what I do. Lace up the shoes, chase W's, play the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready, back 25, behind, 53. Hey, here we go. Check 15. Check. Wait.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Finding room at the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go.
Running right, Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready?
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
53 at the mic. Stop your body. Let's go. Easy. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You got nothing today. You got green, triple T. Check. 53's Mike. Come on. 53's Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. get nervous.
Now Winston on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Watch out.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Set. 20. Mike, 45. Check pass. Check pass.
Six 6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Browns 6, Buccaneers 0.
180. 45. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
2nd and 8 at the Bucs.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, they go with Barber again. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Winston gives to Barber. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 83 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. It's a very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And some room to work. And it's a Buccaneers touchdown.
Yeah, score, score. Yeah. Touchdown, baby. Yeah. Hey.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Browns 12.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Now a give right side. It's Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. Black, 22. Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Wide. Get wide. 30. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
Winston now from the 50. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will give them a 12-point lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check.
Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On second and goal, Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it's third and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but then ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Levante David. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st and 10, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
Here we go.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 4th down, Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Mayfield on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. Right there.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.